Hi guys, we are going to take it a little old school, really not that old school, but I feel like it's been forever since I've done a home decor or makeover video. I used to do these a lot here on my channel. I actually have a playlist if you want to go back and just like watch the seasons of my life where I decorate, but we are actually going to be focusing on my office today. There's been little things about my office that I've really struggled with. And so while it's not a complete full makeover, I wanted to actually show you guys what it would look like to make small changes that make a bigger impact. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you guys the pieces that I picked up to make these changes, and I'll show you a before and an after. I'm also going to show you a new addition in the entryway as well. And I'm also going to take you into my media room and show you some of my new movie posters. So let's get into my office first. Oh Lord. All right, so here is the entryway. I didn't make any other changes other than adding this. There's a freaking fly going around. Other than adding this basket. The basket's actually from Amazon. I really like the difference of the colors in this, so I love that. And then I did thrift all 3 of these umbrellas. So the 2 are Ralph Lauren. This one I don't think is like a no-name brand, but it has horses on it, and it has horses like when you open this part up, like they're racing around. And I really like the handle is like a horse head, and as you can see, Loki slobbers, so I gotta get that cleaned up. And this one is actually my umbrella, and this one's Micah's. Micah wanted something floral and something cute while also like being in my style, and I absolutely love Ralph Lauren. So when I scored this floral plaid, I was like, this couldn't be more perfect. Then we have my office, and as you can see, what stayed and then kind of what got filled in. My biggest issue was this wall right here. I had pictures up at the top. I didn't like that. I just thought it didn't look organic to me, and I felt like it just kind of made everything look cheaper than it was. So I've actually been wanting to upgrade my TV in my office for a really long time. If you've watched me, you know I've had that small TV in my office for many, many years. And so that TV got relocated to my game room that Micah and I have in the house. And I'll show you guys what's going on in there too, because she's moving out. But so this was my opportunity to get a bigger TV, and while this is a massive wall and it still kind of looks bare, I do think that the bigger TV actually gave it the impact that I was looking for. The other thing is that I had these little boxwood plants next to the TV, and I thought that looked too busy. And so when I was thinking about the restructuring of this wall, I was like, why don't I add them to the sides and just take up more room, you know, horizontally? So that's when I bought these tables. And I did go back and forth. I was like, oh, let me get a dark brown wood to match the brown over there. But then I thought it would look a little too weirdly mismatched. So I decided to keep most of my furniture black, while that being like my accent piece. So I was really happy that in the end I decided to go with black. I just think that it makes it look less busy. And then I added the boxwood on top. However, I do want to get some vases for them, some black vases, and I think that will elevate that instead of seeing like the plastic. And then overall, I cleaned up the area. I used to have like glass vases kind of everywhere, and that was just way too much. So what I did is I bought these from Amazon. They're actually like hurricane vases, or like whatever you call these. They hold a candle. So I just need to also get some candles. So we're gonna go shopping for that. And then I just set my TV. I go to YouTube and just type in vintage TV art, in case you're wondering, and it kind of gives that nice frame. Now I do think that this would look even better if I did mount the TV on the wall and I got rid of the feet. It would just definitely look more elevated, but I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm renting, and I'm just not gonna be doing that. So, and then especially because this is an office and not everybody puts a TV in the office, if I were to mount it, it would put large holes in the wall. Now, not too long ago, I actually added these prints. They used to be in my office in the Florida house. I don't know if you guys remember them. And I actually don't even know if you guys here on this channel have seen me put this up. It might have been something that was either with the members or my vlog channel, but this has been up for a couple of months now. And as you can see, I have nothing in the corner. This is Loki slobber. So look at that. Anyways, I love the addition of these. I loved being able to just kind of like go through my things and repurpose. And I was really missing these prints. I loved them so much in the Florida house. So it just really adds something. And obviously you can tell that I have a horse theme going on. This is the same minimalist tree that I've had for years and years. So none of that's changed, but I will link everything down below anyways. And then this is silly, but I really love that I added just a nail and I put this purse right here. It kind of holds like my smaller purse. And then it's just kind of like my to-go purse if I need to take my laptop. And it's like, I already have it kind of pre-packed with like books and puzzles and my tech gear, you know, an extra mouse, extra cords. And even though this isn't aesthetic, I actually really love it. I don't know how to explain that, but I think it's super charming. You guys probably haven't seen that I moved these boxes from here. It actually used to be in this corner a while back, and then they ended up getting moved to this spot, and then I flanked it with these horse bookends, which I believe I got from Amazon. Okay, and then back here I have this horse frame, and this actually used to be in my bedroom for the longest time. As you can see, I did not put a picture in here, and for now I think I'm okay with it. I actually really like that it's just kind of more of like art, and I do like that it's kind of like blocking some of my wires. I've done as much as I could to really hide my wires. I have these here. I have to like clean Loki slobber off of them. And this is not part of the desk. It's something that I bought from Amazon, and it hides all my wires because unfortunately I do have to run a cord there. But out of all those wires, there's only one running right here. And then I knew I was going to need some type of floral accent. I actually used to have a floral accent here, but it actually got moved to my living room. If you can see it back there, my living room has updates too, so I can't wait to show you guys the living room. That is coming soon. But since I relocated that piece from the office to there, I knew I was going to need something in here again. So I found these from Amazon. These are the most beautiful flowers. I will say they're pretty pricey. I think it was excuse me, $60 or so, I'm not sure. This vase I either got from Home Goods or Amazon. And out of everything, I'm sure you're probably wondering about this little turtle. This turtle is vintage. It's actually a footstool, and I will just kind of like put my feet on it while I'm working. And isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen? Like, this is vintage. I got it from eBay. So the next update that I made was to this side of my desk. The biggest pain point other than this wall was obviously my desk. So it was also where I really wanted to focus. Now these books, I didn't spend any money on them, girl math, because they were in my living room. So they just weren't working in my living room for me. They just kind of felt a little off. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move them into my office. And I really think that it just, I don't know, it did a little something for me. And then of course I have my vanilla espresso candle. I actually got this candle from Amazon. All right, then I wanted to add some personalization, something that I just felt like was missing from my office. Obviously, like pictures. And so I got these printed from Shutterfly. It seems so sponsored, but it's not. I wish Shutterfly would sponsor me. But this is a photo me and Micah took when she was at Texas Tech. And so I thought that was really cute. And then here's a picture of Loki. Look at how handsome he is. This was actually when we were in Florida. That was our Florida house. So, and these picture frames are absolutely stunning. They are on the pricier end for frames. I did find them on Amazon. I don't know if you guys watch Emily Kaiser. Is that her last name? Absolutely love her. And she had this picture frame, and it was round, and it was the same Italian brand from Amazon, and that one was sold out. The round one was sold out. So I got these two, and I actually really love them. I think they're just stunning and so beautiful. And if you're wondering about my my very, very colorful wallpaper, Micah actually makes these. And she's supposed to be making them on her Etsy shop that she's gonna have. So definitely go over to her channel and comment and flood and let her know that you want some for yourself. I don't know if she's gonna like make custom ones and do custom orders, but she's just so talented, and everything in here is all like me. It's all stuff that she like thinks of me. It's strawberry shortcake, like that's me and her, the bear and the baby bear. And all I did was I gave her a fun spring palette, and then I gave her like pink, yellows, blues, and then she put it together. Like, look at this Coca-Cola heart. Like, she just knows me. She knows I love stars. She knows I buy her jellyfish all the time, so she put a jellyfish on a horse, and I thought that was so adorable. Then she put a picture of me and her. Look at us, circa 2004 or 5. And even though it's not like as aesthetic, I guess, if you will, I do keep my little journals over here. This like literally runs my life and runs in my office. And all of my to-do lists are on my journals, and you can buy my journals. I make them for you and I sell them in my Etsy shop. This Crafty Girl one is under the May month. But go check out June, because I uploaded some new June covers and they're so cute. Now that we're in my media room, let's go ahead and set our movie of the day. We're gonna play Outrageous Fortune. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the update. First, let's look at the posters. We have new posters up on the wall, and unfortunately you guys have not been able to see the previous posters. I've been changing them out every month, and the members have seen some of those videos, but we've got The Great Outdoors now and Outrageous Fortune over here. Is that not the cutest thing? And then Micah still has her tangled up. This is Micah's chair, so she gets this one poster and I get all the rest. And then I have Galaxy Quest over here. I've actually been running Galaxy Quest for a longer rotation. I'm actually supposed to have Can't Buy Me Love up here, but I'll put that up another time. And then I did get these green plaid like throws. I do this a lot. If you know me, then you recognize this little trick where I add them to my white couch. I think it gives it dimension and color. And yeah, I just love plaid too. So I have this green plaid and my black pillows, have it over here as well. Again, this is Micah's chair, this is my chair, and I have my little star blanket here. And then I have these horse chess pieces. Probably got those from like TJ Maxx or Home Goods. And then Micah and I added LED lights to behind the TV, so I have it set to blue. Yeah, that is the update to the media room. And that is my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough. I'm gonna link everything down below by rooms. So if you wanna look at all of my office, Amazon finds, you'll have the office, the entryway, and the media room. I can't wait for you guys to see the update to the living room, and I'll see you guys there. Bye.